I'm Joe Zekas. I'm from YoChicago. I just walked into the elaborate sales center at the Parkside of Old Town on Division Street. And who am I talking to here?
Hi, I'm Andrew Warner with Equity Marketing Services, the Director of Sales and Marketing. And this is?
I am Catherine Huey, Director of Sales here at Parkside of Old Town.
What's the most important thing I should know about Parkside? What's been the most attractive feature to the buyers who've been coming in?
Well, first most I would say our location. Also, people who purchase here are very excited about being a part of something that is much bigger than just picking a floor plan or a home style. They're part of a whole new neighborhood and the change that's going on around us here. So they're excited about that. They're excited about being close to the parks. We have a very nice park directly to the east of us. They are excited about the shopping, as Andy said earlier. Everything is so very close by, and being able to walk to work on a nice day, being very close to the Loop and Michigan Avenue and Lakeshore Drive.
Okay. Public transportation, the expressways are nearby.
There are buses going down the street here.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think, as Kathy said, the excitement of being part of a new community of this nature, it really is a new Chicago neighborhood. It's particularly dear to my heart because it happens to be the very site where my parents grew up.
Really?
I actually grew up right on this site back in the early 20s.
Before Cabrini-Green even.
Long before. My grandmother's house was torn down in the process of building Cabrini-Green, but I grew up hearing all the stories about living in this very location, and it was a very different time, of course, during the Prohibition. So this is really coming home for me.
What was this, a tenement area? Was it a crowd? What was it?
It was known as Little Sicily, actually. It was Sicilian immigrants settled in this neighborhood and created communities based on which village they came from in Sicily. They actually lived on different streets, people from different villages, but it was a very tight-knit community, and it was a way for them to assimilate into American culture gradually rather than being thrust into it, because all their neighbors spoke their language. And then the children, in fact, my father went to Jenner School, which is still here on the very site. So it was a way to learn how to live in America, basically, and they succeeded in doing that and moved on to other neighborhoods.
And then the neighborhood was torn down and became Cabrini-Green.
Exactly.
And now Cabrini-Green is torn down, and
it's becoming a community again.
Exactly.
So let's say we have a new generation of urban immigrants moving into this neighborhood and trying to assimilate to Chicago.
Sure.
Where would they be emigrating from, do you think?
Well, most of our purchasers already live in the city, don't they?
They live in the city. A lot of them are residents very close nearby that love the neighborhood already and just want to either upgrade their purchase or have something that they can own.
We have young people that are currently renting because for large measure, were born and raised in the suburbs. So they came into the city, rented to get their bearings, as you said, to assimilate into city culture, and now they're ready to become homeowners because, as you well know, owning is far more prudent than renting. Renting can be a waste of money. When you own a home, particularly with the financing we have available, it's far more economical to own than it is to rent.
Tell me a little bit about the financing. Is there anything special that you have right now?
Well, we do have two preferred lenders here at Parkside. We have Wells Fargo, which they have special programs that they have in place for all of our home buyers here, as well as Countrywide. And if anyone knows in the industry, Wells Fargo and Countrywide have a very impeccable reputation for delivering great products for home ownership. So we brought them on board here to kind of partner with us and give us some nice programs for all of our buyers. And we think that everybody would be happy with their services.
So a buyer doesn't need to pre-qualify before coming in. You can.
Well, we have them here on the weekends to qualify them right there on the spot.
Yeah, our mortgage representatives are here on site, so our prospective purchasers can meet with them and get counseling before they make a decision as to which home they should choose.
Okay. Anything else we should know?
Well, if someone is interested in stopping in
Is there a website?
there is
Oh,
a
yes.
website. The website is www.parksideofoldtown.com. Or we are here 7 days a week if they would like to come in and see our sales center and this wonderful scale model that we have. We're here Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 5, and Sunday, noon to 5.
Okay, great. Thanks, guys. Let's, how about we take a little walk outside and look at the view across the street.
Okay, let's
Wonderful.
do that.
Look around the
Good
construction
idea.
center. We're out on Division Street. Studs Terkel's Division Street, right? But with a few changes.
Sure.
Was, Andy, you were mentioning that your parents lived here, and
We did.
did Studs write about them, do you think? Or
I wouldn't be surprised. I know he wrote a great deal about the neighborhoods of Chicago, but as I say, it's exciting to see it reborn. I wish my parents were here to see it as well. But as we look south from Division Street, we can see
we're
that
looking at
it's under construction.
Well underway.
That's right. You're looking at the townhomes under construction. The site itself will extend all the way south to Oak Street, so it's quite extensive. And
We're talking 8 square blocks here, right?
8 city blocks. And as you look to the east, you'll see our mid-rise under construction.
Right there, yep.
And just beyond that to the east is Seward Park. So we have a lovely park on one side of us.
And just across the street is a Dominick's and a Starbucks
Exactly.
and a few other conveniences. And
That's correct. And then we extend to the west all the way to Larrabee. So it's 2 or 3 blocks to the west as well.
there's Helmut Jan's striking SRO there.
Yes,
And,
indeed. And there's a couple more buildings planned in that area as well.
Looks like it's going to be an interesting community.
It certainly is.
It is indeed.
Okay, thanks, guys.
You're welcome.